All right, everyone. What's going on? No, please, do tell me what is going on. Because we're here again. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We're here in Marvel Strike Force with another problem. Now, originally, what my plans were for the day was to talk about the nonsense that is Black Panther, Stone Age, and the Red Star shit, because I actually had a whole video planned for that. Still gonna do that, probably, like, there's something that really needs to be discussed. That is a whole separate elephant in the room about the exploitation coming around Red Star orbs and things like that, for better or intentionally or not, it doesn't matter. That's a separate video and a separate conversation. Today, we had something super fucked up. I'm after a minute, so I can swear. Okay, so this happened. In case you haven't been on in the last 2 hours or so, I'm recording this just before 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. I was waiting around to see whether or not that there would have been an official statement regarding what happened here today. But I do have a dinner that I need to go to later, so I'm doing this now. It sounds like there is going to be a response later on tonight, and we'll get to that, and maybe I'll do an update video later on. But I'm just... How does this even happen? Okay, sorry. This, by the way. 40 million Armory 14 and 15 fragments, which equated to about 20,000 orbs each, pretty sure. Now, I didn't buy this because I didn't see it. I was having lunch, because apparently I am not allowed to have lunch or eat or do anything at 2 o'clock. I need to make sure I'm logging in, so I can see exactly what the fuck is going on in this game on a regular basis. Right? I can't do anything. So I missed this. I don't know. Would I have bought it? I don't want to give them money, right? But I know a lot of people did it either for science or just because they knew that something was going to fuck up and that they'd end up having to compensate somehow or reimburse, whatever they do, right? And we haven't even got there yet. So what happened afterwards? Well, I don't know how long this was available for before they shut it down. And they shut it down via maintenance. Like, they basically kicked everyone off the game. So if you were in raids or war, you would have fucked up and got kicked out of that. Now, upon coming back in, they did a store refresh, things like that. So if you got to jump in on that. Another thing is that apparently anyone who opened regular other orbs during this period would have had their orbs rolled back. So someone in my alliance mentioned that they opened, 20-something premium orbs. Someone in my Discord mentioned that there was gold orbs opened, that there was some ISO orbs opened, and they got it returned to them. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I think I had my premium ISO orbs returned because I opened all of these beforehand. Because I wanted to see. Did I get my gold orbs back? Oh my god, I got my gold orbs! I got some gold orbs back. Oh wait, no, sorry, I did Pocket Dimension. That's right. I did Pocket Dimension. I don't know if I got these orbs back. Anyways, people in my Discord did. People in my alliance got back, and so I started. Hey, you know, if they're gonna roll back again, I don't know, or maybe they didn't even do a rollback at all. But it sounds like they did because some people got orbs back. That's just one issue, right? And I don't even know how we're gonna ever address that. This is why you really shouldn't be spending money on Marvel Strike Force, because we're spending money and just facilitating their bad behavior. Now, some of us are just doing it for shits and giggles, who, just try to take advantage, for better or for worse, of their crappy situations. And it is what it is there. But, I mean, for those of you who actually think that the game is going to get better because we're spending money with them, it's not the case. And so when you scroll down to the Armory 14, the Armory orbs, how they decide, and I actually had quite a few, just not as many as that. I don't know how many, I had a couple of hundred orbs anyways. And they countered this by requiring 999 million fragments in order to open an orb. So for most people who bought the offer, the fragments are still there. You just can't open them because of this value here until they figure out what they're going to do. Now, that's both for the Armory 14 and the Armory 15 orbs, just those two orbs there. And that's their kind of stopgap until they decide on a decision and they make a decision. And I'm just double checking my Discord to make sure that there has been no news as I do this. But as of right now, nothing. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. This is just the purchased items, of course, in the inbox, so that, yes, people got 40 million fragments. Or, no, yeah, it's fragments. I'm pretty sure that's fragments, even though it says the orb. It looks like an orb, but those are 40 million fragments. Screenshot number 3, of course. This is with someone with 20,000 plus orbs, 20,000 T14s and 20,000 plus Armory 15 orbs, just to prove that, yes, that did indeed happen. And then this is what I just showed you here, is a screenshot of people with the 999 million fragment requirement, but also up here you could see the amount of fragments that they had in their roster or in their store to be able to open these. And then this is a joke that I saw somebody posted on my Discord. I thought it was kind of funny, because this is what happened basically when they took the servers down very briefly to, I don't know how long it was down, a couple of minutes maybe, and then but it interrupted pretty much everyone. And I think this is when the rollback happened. I think this is when some people who may have opened orbs within a certain period of time may have seen that they have gotten their orbs back, or anything that they opened before that. Now, when it comes to actual like upgraded characters and things like that, I don't know. But I do know at least orbs were rolled back that were opened within a set period before this happened. And then, of course, this. I want to share this with you. Do you guys remember this? Maybe if you're not as old of a player as I am, or if you haven't been playing for over 2 years at this point, maybe you don't remember this. This was the Orange Gear Orb fiasco in September the 1st, 2020, or maybe slightly before that, depending on when the blog post was put down. But basically, actually, it would have been before that. Last weekend, we made a mistake with the valuable lessons login calendar, which granted an incorrect amount of orange catalyst orb fragments, giving some players 3,000 orbs. This was for people in the Australia, Oceanic sort of region, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, of course, and anyone over that way. And they were able to get 3,000 plus orange orbs that were opened, and they didn't roll back. They left it for too long, and so they were not able to do that. They did end up going back and rolling it back, but they did it so long after the fact, and I heard that actually a lot of people did not get rolled back properly, and then there was just such a big issue when it came to transparency and just accountability on Marvel Strike Force. It was absolutely insane. It took over a week before they decided to do something about this. And they said that there's going to be compensation package for everyone. I honestly don't remember what it was at that time, but it's just absolutely insane. I would rate this issue as a top 5 fuck up, probably up there with that, the Orange Orb Gate, Gold Gate, Summer of Blunders from Mighty Thor, and Silver Surfer had an issue. Maybe, I don't know if that's a top 5 actually, but there have been so many big scale issues that in recent memory, things have been getting worse and worse and worse. Now, this happened recently. So I'm recording. Now we're at 4:34 p.m. This was posted at 4:21 p.m. because that's an Eastern time. Archangel posted, "I will speak as soon as I am able to. Thank you for the patience in the meantime." So, and this is why I decided to record the video now, because like I said, I am going for dinner later, so I just wanted to get this out here, and as far as I'm aware, there isn't anything newer than this, and so that's why I wanted to share this with you. And my disappointment that this game is constantly circling the drain. Are they still making money? Absolutely. But could they be doing a lot better? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, it's just, it's mind-boggling. I literally just put out a video about how shitty Scopely support was, and then they go above and beyond and do this. Like, not even a day later from when I was just thinking about this, that there's another fuck up. Surprise, surprise, surprise. How does this happen? I'm so exhausted. How does this happen? How do you set? Was it supposed to be 40,000 and somebody put an M instead of a K? Who approved this offer? I am literally just... I don't know how this happens. So, 40,000 fragments would have been 20 orbs, right? And so, somebody's getting fired or not. Somebody's getting a promotion, right? Because that's how things work over there at Boundless. Like, who typed in the M on their way out of the office? Who approved this message? Who approved this offer to go live? Because we know that they don't test this shit before they push it out to the rest of us. Us, known as being the beta players, right? Ongoing joke, but it's true. And then they had to scramble to take this down after who knows how many. I want to say at least a couple of hundred people, probably a lot more, bought this offer, right? If you were watching Mobile Gamers Twitch or anyone else who was around during that time, or people spread this on Discord, right? And there was a good, I think, 30-40 minutes at least before this came down, I think. Because I was hearing it while I was watching, while I was eating lunch, that I saw it in my Discord. And then there was this post made by the people who were the Pants of Hulk disbanding people by Straight Air 8452. And this is a really great Reddit post. I definitely recommend checking this out. And it just talks about basically, all of the issues that have been going on since they decided to disband those Pants of Hulk alliances within the cluster. And that things have got progressively fucking worse, right? Since Sunday. Oh, and we're on Thursday. There's the Black Panther Red Star fuck up from yesterday, literally last night. And then a day later, he says 2 days later, but I'm pretty sure the Black Panther thing was last night. Am I mistaken? Was it actually 2 nights ago? I don't remember. Maybe it's just things. I'm so dizzy when it comes to fuck ups on Marvel Strike Force. And it's absolutely. I really want to read out this part here. If this was a credit card company or financial institution, there would be lawsuits, class action lawsuits, a run of people leaving and taking their money elsewhere because while mistakes happen, you just lost any trust we have in your game, your company, and your abilities to resolve issues appropriately. In just a few short days from my last post, I can honestly say I and many others made the right choice, unfortunately, and I can only see many more following suit now. Most of those that left are off playing other games like Marvel Snap. So I am playing Marvel Snap. I'm having a whole lot of fun. And I'm not encountering the level of incompetency and bugs because, frankly, it's a pretty simple game. But the fact is that we're not seeing the same sort of issues over there that we're seeing here. And we know, I've done videos on this. We know that Marvel Strike Force is declining in their player base. Since April, we've lost about 50 to 60,000 players, based on the first-time runs of Scourge from Morgan Le Fay and Red Hulk. We're not even at Archangel yet, so who knows, right? And it's just getting progressively worse and worse and worse. And issues like this is not helping keeping players engaged, keeping players wanting to play this game, knowing that it's a fucking mess day after day after day. And yet, despite how much money they make, which is well over like $10 million a month, probably more with the web store, that's just what's accounted for in Sensor Tower, that they're not able to hire and fucking clean up their messes like they should. And this is an absolute disaster and travesty, and I don't know how they're able to keep this going. I don't know how they don't look at themselves in the mirror and think to themselves, wow, we've done and fucked up. We can't get a handle of what's going on, and we continue to keep pushing out this world-class experience that they strive to deliver us. That was a vague quote. I don't know if I got that properly, but you remember that? The world-class experience that they promised to deliver us in the form of these issues. That's the end of this video. There might be an update later on, maybe, or we'll see by the blog post tomorrow, because fuck, it's Friday tomorrow, and I honestly can't believe it, because there's just been so many issues that my head's spinning. Anyways, I'm going to go have some dinner and feel a little bit better. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, stay safe and healthy, and all that, and Boilon signing out.